Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have these pattern paper cards to share with you. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to be honest, this one didn't come together easily for me, so don't be surprised that you're going to see me stumble a little bit here. So I printed off one of my Valentine's pattern papers. All of them are hand drawn by me, and I just really wanted to use this heart one. I felt like it really fit for this month's challenge, and I printed it with a border. I have a borderless printer. However, not everybody does. So I want to show you how I would use a piece that has a border printed on it. But that of course changes my measurements, because once I cut off the white border, it changes the dimensions of my cardstock. So then I have to really think about what the heck I'm doing, because now it's not 4¼ by 5½ anymore. It's slightly less. So to kind of negate that, I've cut off the border. And then I've folded it here. You could look at the measurements, but we're going into like the eighths and less, honestly. So it was just easier for me, in my opinion, to fold it in half there and then fold it in a half again to get my card fronts. Now, because they are going to be slightly smaller, now you know you're going to have a border, which is fine. I don't mind a border. You guys know I love a border. And there you can see Az's foot. He's sleeping on the desk while I'm working on this, so his foot and tail are going to pop in and out as we kind of work on this. And I did end up bringing in my rotary trimmer for this. I couldn't use just my regular trimmer just because I couldn't do the whole length of a card for that. And then I decided, because I didn't like the weird measurement that I was left with the border, I ended up cutting them down to be my usual. I take 1/4 inch off, so they're going to be 4 by 5¼ here, but they're not going to stay there, because like I said, this card is going to take a bit of different paths for me to figure this out. So the height is going to stay 5¼ but I'm going to cut them down here to 2½, and you're going to see me change my mind later and cut them down to be 2¼ So just cut them to 2¼ to start with. Then I'm going to bring in some metallic Kraft-stock. This is from the Tim Holtz collection, and I'm going to use the pink and the red because I'm kind of still going Valentine's Day themed. I've been having a lot of fun creating heart themed projects, which was my Valentine's kind of the challenge in my Facebook group. It's not Valentine's necessarily, it was just love themed, and the heart really works towards that. So I've been just having so much fun with heart cards because I so rarely bring out any kind of heart shape for whatever reason. So for the metallics, I've cut them down to be 1/4 inch. They're just going to be the piece that goes between the two layers that I'm going to create here. And then I'm going to create a HammerMill base. Now this, again, everything, as I said, is 5¼ tall. However, this is going to be about 2½ when I cut it. I'm going to cut it again later. But like I said, I struggled a little bit with these ones, guys. So I started out with everything of the strips being 2½ by 5¼ Then I changed it. So this is where I'm going to change my mind. Here I've decided, because I'm layering so many things, I'm going to give them a black mat, and I'm going to cut it to my usual. It's 1/8 inch smaller than my usual base, right? So my card base is A2 size, which when scored is 4¼ by 5½. And then my mat will be cut to 1/8 inch smaller than that, giving me a nice thin border. But between the strips that I'm going to have, they will create the card panel, right? So this is where I had to cut them shorter because I felt like they were too big. So I'm going to cut the heart strip down to about, I think I cut it down to about 2 inches by the 5¼ and I'm going to cut the white strip down to be about 2¼ by the 5¼ And it'll all make sense once we get into the card making, but because they overlapped too much and I have a lot of dimension, I had to cut them down to make them sit better on the card front, at least in my head. I haven't actually made it, but the way I'm thinking about it, it just doesn't make sense. So if any of that did not make sense to you, just leave me a comment, ask me questions. I will happily go back over it. Hopefully it kind of makes sense. But yeah, so the heart strip is 2 by 5¼ The white strip is 2¼ by 5¼ and the little metallic strip is 1/4, like 1/4 by 5¼ So hopefully that all makes sense. And then for the white strips, I'm going to emboss them with a 3D embossing folder. For this specific one, this was a Christmas release that came out by SpellBinders, and you can see I didn't get it to do a very good impression. I find with your cutting machine, you really have to work with whatever sandwich. So for me, for this SpellBinders embossing folders, I actually can use the full base and I just take off one of the cutting plates. But I don't know that when I first go in, so I have to kind of experiment. And it's better to start with too little pressure because you can add more than to have too much and be doing damage to your machine. So that's always kind of my rule of thumb, but this embossing folder is so pretty. It came out at Christmas. Technically, it's a Christmas one, but honestly, I don't think that matters. They're just these beautiful cameos with this little ribbon. Yes, inside of them, I think it's supposed to be a poinsettia, but who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm going to use it as a loved themed card. And I just think they're really pretty, but you could do anything. It could be leaves, whatever 3D embossing folder you have. Even if you don't have a 3D embossing folder, just use an embossing folder. I just like the really raised texture of a 3D embossing, but it does not matter. And then for my hearts, I have the nested heart set. Mine is specifically from Hero Arts. I've had it a very long time, and I'm going to use 3 hearts. The smallest one is sized to my sentiment. And then my smallest is white, my largest is white, and then my middle heart is whatever metallic I originally cut, so the pink and the red. You could use any colors here. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment onto my little heart, and this sentiment is from a Simon Says stamp set, and it just says, "You're the best." And I thought it was kind of just a fun, supportive card. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be if you're giving it to a partner, but you could give it to a friend, a kid, a loved one. It really doesn't matter. It's just saying that you're the best, and it's got some cool hearts on it. I'm trying to push myself because I've been having so much fun drawing all my own pattern papers. I really want to use them in different ways. So I'm trying to push myself creatively to do more pattern paper cards that still feel like me. So honestly, it's a little bit of a struggle just because I tend not to do pattern paper cards, but I've been having a lot of fun trying my hand at it, and hopefully you guys find them interesting. I've got quite a few different pattern papers out now, and you will see them come up quite a bit on the channel just because I really enjoy them. So now we just have to build the card. So I've got my black mat. That is what's going to be the card base. The card base is the card base, but that is like the panel at the bottom. And then I've got my embossed folder panel that's going to be glued directly onto the black base. And I'm eyeballing my borders here. I tend to eyeball everything as a general rule. That's why measurements always get kind of funny with me. But I think they turned out really good. And then on the left-hand side of my panel, I'm going to add the heart, like the pattern paper that we've kind of got there. And I'm going to pop that up with some Big Mama foam strips. Whatever foam tape you have on hand, I like dimensions, so I tend towards that. You could adhere them flat. The only reason I feel like that it takes away a little bit from the card design is because you're going to have weird lumps where the 3D embossing folder sits underneath the pattern paper, if that makes sense. So because I'm adding the foam tape, it kind of negates the fact that there's lumps underneath it, so you can't see them when you adhere it down. Whereas if you adhere it flat, it's not going to sit flush, right? So this is my answer to that. So I just added 2 strips of Big Mama foam tape on the back of these panels. And the Big Mama foam tape is only about 1/8 of an inch thick. It's very, very thin. So it's one of my favorites for that because I tend to mail my cards. I don't know if I'd mail these ones. There's quite a bit of bulk going on them, but I tend to mail a lot of my cards. So because of that, I try really hard to keep them under a certain height, if that kind of makes sense. And then here you just see I line them up. I've got them, the idea is to line them up with the white panel and have as much black border as you do for them. It's okay if you don't get it perfect. Big Mama foam tape is actually pretty forgiving. I've lifted mine up just to realign if I didn't get it straight the first time. I think I did it on the second panel there, but of course I speed up my clips, so you probably didn't really catch it, but I did have to lift it up. And as long as you haven't pressed it down, it usually comes up pretty easily. And then for the strips of metallic cardstock, I've gone in with a Darice thin foam strip. These don't exist anymore, at least as far as I'm aware, they don't. This is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to have to be aware of that when I go to adhere my hearts on top, and I'll show you how I fix that. But it's probably about 1/4 of an inch thick. So it's about double the thickness of the foam tape we've used under the heart, the pattern paper strip. Not a big deal. I can work with that, but it's just something to be aware of so that when you go to adhere everything together, you have to double your foam tape to make sure that everything sits nice and level. But this little strip kind of goes between the pattern paper and the embossed folder, and it just gives it a more finished look. And I really like that. So that's kind of what I was leaning towards. You could do anything here too. You could do a glitter cardstock, you can do metallic, you can do anything, and it just adds a little bit of something. And then now I'm going to layer up my hearts. I originally kind of thought I would add some more dimension here, but the panel already has a fair amount of dimension, so I'm just going to adhere everything flat. If you think you're going to hand deliver these, by all means, add more dimension, because I love dimension. So by all means, you can add as ton as you want here. It would just look beautiful. But if you're like me and you're trying to kind of keep it a little bit more flat, I would suggest just adhering them flat to each other, because they will still sit up as they're sitting on top of all the background layers we've already added. So that's just something to keep in mind. And again, like I said, if you don't have metallic cardstock, use glitter cardstock here. We're not stamping on it or anything, so it really doesn't matter what texture of paper you're using. And then, like I said, the white heart that goes in the front will be your sentiment. I am going to bring in a couple of things that are extra. If you prefer a more, I wouldn't say these cards are necessarily clean and simple, but if you prefer a more clean look, I would skip the next couple steps if you don't enjoy that. But I like texture and I like splatter and I like all the things, and I'm a more is more style creator, so I do tend to not know where to stop sometimes. So I like to bring everything in the kitchen sink to my creations, and these are no different. Just because I didn't do any inking or whatever, doesn't stop me from wanting to add everything to my card, because I can, right? So I just have so much fun. So I brought in 2 sizes of Copic Multiliners. This one is the 0.05, and then the smaller nib I'm going to use is the 0.03, and I'm going to create a dash line along the edge. That just gives it a look as if it had some kind of stitched die when you cut it. Obviously it doesn't, I don't have a heart die like that, although that would be cool because the texture would be fun, but I don't own that. So this is kind of my way to add some interest in texture that's still subtle. It doesn't steal the show, but it does give it just a little bit of something extra. And like I said, if that's not your vibe, no problem. Just skip this step. I love it. So I tend to, like I said, be a more is more and add all the things. So I am going to add a thinner stitch line to the center heart. You could just do the big heart. Like, there's no right or wrong here. Do whatever makes you happy, because that is the purpose. But I just thought that added just a little bit of something extra to the card, and it just, I don't know, looked kind of nice, and it gives it, to me, a little bit more of a finished look. And then, like I said, we are going to have to double up our foam tape on the side of the heart that's going to sit over top of the 3D embossing folder so that everything sits flush when we go to adhere it. So I'm going to have glue on the one side that's sitting on top of the pattern paper and the metallic strip. And then I have 2 layers of foam tape that are sitting on the side that's going to sit on top of the 3D embossing folder. And then everything lays pretty much flat. There's a little tiny hump in the middle just because the metallic paper has a thicker foam tape, but you can't really tell. I noticed because I'm trying to adhere it, but like if you were looking at it, just looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's like that. So it's really quite a pretty much flush to the card front. And then I am going to add splatter. Again, you can 100% skip the step or do it in a different color, or, make it your own. Maybe you don't like pink and red. Maybe you wanted blue and purple. That's perfectly okay too. Whatever your pattern paper is, work with that color palette, so totally up to you. Oh, I'm going to adhere them to the bases first. I forgot that step. I also took a strip of the pattern paper we cut off earlier, and I had adhered it inside of the bases as well. It was that little, I think we took off, it was a half an inch we had to cut off earlier, and I adhered that inside of the card base just because I thought it would be a fun addition. And honestly, you guys, I know I'm a little bit biased because I draw them, but I think this heart pattern paper is just so sweet. Like, I love the colors in it. There's a little bit of deep red, there's some bright pinks. I just had so much fun. And all of my papers are available on my website. They are digital downloads. You can go and, download them and print them to your heart's content. You'd have to pay for them, of course, but I think that they're really pretty, and I've been having a lot of fun creating them. So I can't wait for my next collection that I'll be with the tulips. But I brought out my Kitsch Flamingo Spritz here, and I just splattered a little bit of it on the background just to add some shimmer and shine, a little bit of interest and texture, just because it makes me happy. But again, do what makes you happy. You know, skip the steps that aren't quite your vibe, and that's perfectly okay. And I did have to bring in some white pearls. Embellishments for me just really finish off a card. Are they necessary? Probably not. There's a lot already going on in this card, so you could skip them if you wanted to, but honestly, I just love them. So, and I've, started to collect quite a few, so I also want to use them, as I don't want to just hoard my stash. I really want to use stuff. So I did add just a couple of pearls around the card front, mostly centering around the heart sentiments. But I did have a lot of fun with this card front. So let me know your guys' thoughts. And again, if you have any questions, please ask them. I'm more than happy to answer if something I've said doesn't make sense or you need a little help with the measurements, because it was a bit, I didn't quite know what I was doing when I sat down to make these, so they are a little bit all over the place. But as usual, everything I've used is linked and listed down in the description. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment. I will respond. I am caught up, so I should be... Well, I am caught up as of editing this. We'll see where I am when this video actually goes live, but I am caught up at the moment. It doesn't usually take me too long to respond to comments. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And to my members, you guys are phenomenal. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your support of my channel. You make this possible. You make my dreams come true. So thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.